On this afternoon, I'd find myself under the wide open blue skies of western Ohio. We're in Tremont City on the Indiana and Ohio Railway's DT&I Middle subdivision. This is train T520, a northbound train coming out of Washington Courthouse, Ohio, with its final destination being Lima, Ohio. This train is waiting currently on its southbound counterpart, T521. Right here, the two trains will swap their crews. Each crew will end its day at their home base. Here we see T521 beginning its push south into Tremont. Of note is engine 4431 on the point, one of two locomotives rostered by the Indiana and Ohio in their Honoring Veterans and Service Members camouflaged livery. Have a look at engine 4432 in the second position. The air-conditioned cabinet is painted in Santa Fe war bonnet colors, a pretty rare thing to see these days. It's probably a relic of some older unit taken off and put onto this one. Here, T521 is rolling to its stop. The crews will swap, exchange paperwork, and then they'll continue on. T521 would continue south as T510 with its new crew. It would sit here blocking the main road for about 7 minutes, so it was of high priority for dispatch to get the train moving again. After getting its new crew on board, they're on their way south. T520 was not blocking any major roadways or any major rail lines, so it wasn't of high priority for dispatch to get it going. Eventually, though, they did line the switch for it, and they began their push north. The two -9s are putting on quite a smoke show as they begin their departure out of Tremont. The Indiana and Ohio Railroad is a short line owned and operated by the Genesee and Wyoming Group. The G&W owns a number of small Class 2 and 3 short lines across the United States, with the IORY being one of many. The Indiana and Ohio dates back to the days of the Detroit, Toledo, and Ironton Railroad, which ran from Detroit south to Ironton, Ohio, through cities such as Springfield. The DT&I later ended up in the hands of the likes of Henry Ford, the Pennsylvania Railroad, and the Grand Trunk before the line was dissolved and sold off to the IORY. The Indiana and Ohio have been running this line since the mid-80s, although G&W ownership only began in the mid-2000s. The train would be continuing its push north towards Lima, where they would end their day. The crew came in from Lima and will be ending their day in Lima. Having this crew change is a lot nicer for the train crews, as they get to go home that night instead of spending the day at a hotel. As the end of T520 is visible around the bend, it signals the end of the busy day in Tremont City, as the next train will probably be tomorrow's T520. That will conclude our little day on the Indiana and Ohio as well. Not a bad way to kill an hour, if I do say so myself.